starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Are we live? We are live and we have 21 people in the house. Big up to all of you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the show. Another relaxed evening looking at the transfer news, looking at all the latest developments in and around Chelsea Football Club. We've had a here we go. We've had a here we go for Chelsea, an outgoing. We've got a here we go for Arsenal as well. We'll look into that as well today. But yeah, make sure you guys are smashing the like button as you're coming in. Let's get the stream out to as many people as possible. Make sure you're subscribing so you're able to comment. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh, I'll be putting in the link in the chat very shortly once we cover the latest news so far. And I'll give you guys a chance to come in and give me your thoughts and opinions. Today, like I said, this stream is similar to the one we did on Monday. If you guys saw that, I'll be addressing your questions, your comments, and waiting for transfer news to come through. So we'll be looking at all the transfer news as they're coming through this evening. Maybe we'll be streaming for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, depending on what happens tonight. But yeah, so link will be in the chat shortly for anybody who does want to jump on and give me their thoughts and opinions. But we have had some news come through today regarding a few Chelsea players, a few outgoings that we'll be looking at. So I'm going to be sharing that with you now. Let me just try to find the right screen. Let's have a look. So if I click on this... Yep, this is the right one. And if we go here, guys, tell me if the audio and the video quality is good. I was having some technical issues earlier, so I hope the video and audio quality is good. So in the chat, please let me know if you're hearing me okay, and if the quality of the video is also good. Daniel Knight, big up to you, my brother. Big up to you. Always the first one to comment. Always the first one to comment. Big up to you, Daniel. Okay, so we had some news earlier today in regards to Carney Chukwuemeka. So Fabrizio Romano tweeted and he said, Chelsea remain very clear with all clubs interested in Carney Chukwuemeka. He is not available on a loan. Chelsea only considering permanent sale. We know we've had interest from various clubs, but some ridiculous offers were coming through for Carney. And Chelsea adamant, we only want to sell the lad. We had, I'll get to Renato Veiga in a minute. And we had a tweet from Ben Jacobs as well in regards to Carney. And he says, Juventus have approached Chelsea about signing Carney Chukwuemeka. Chelsea continue to insist on a permanent transfer. Dortmund have already had multiple offers rejected. So I'm assuming Juventus also put in a loan deal for Carney. But yeah, this transfer window, loans seem to be the defining factor. Every player we're trying to sell, we're getting approached for loans. Nicholas Jackson is another one of those scenarios. We have also, before we get to Renato Veiga, we have something on Disasi, if I can find it. Here we go. Ben Jacobs, this was about an hour ago. Bournemouth exploring a move for Chelsea defender Alex Disasi, as called by Sacha Tavoli. Called. Chelsea prefer a permanent exit, but different formula being discussed. So it looks like Chelsea may be willing to listen to a loan deal for Disasi, with an obligation to buy, I'm guessing. But yeah, Disasi is also a player that has been approached, or Chelsea have been approached in regards to him. Now, we're starting to see a lot of movement. We're starting to see a lot of the players that have lost favour with Merska being linked over the past couple of days. I'll address the comments in a second, lads. Keep them coming in. I will be answering your questions. I will be addressing your comments in just a second. In regards to Renato Veiga, we had here we go. Let me find the tweet for you guys. This is the tweet from Fabrizio Romano. So, Fabrizio Romano exclusive. Villarreal agreed deal to sign Renato Veiga on a permanent move from Chelsea Football Club. Here we go. Agreement with the player and also with Chelsea on a €29.5 million package. Add-ons included, and also a heavy sell-on clause. Record transfer for Villarreal after exclusive story broke last week. So we were looking at the €30 million mark for Renato Veiga. We were offered, I think, a little bit more from Atletico, if I'm not mistaken. But I think what sold it is the heavy sell-on clause. So I'm guessing a good chunk would be coming in once he does leave Villarreal. He's still a young lad, so another transfer will be happening, and we will be getting another paycheck for him. Now, there was, I think, more information. Yeah, so Renato Veiga deal fee for Villarreal is €25 million fixed, with 4.5 in add-ons and sell-on clause also included. So the €29.5 million fee is broken down into 25 million as the fixed fee and 4.5 in add-ons. So that's the breakdown in regards to the Renato Veiga transfer. Anything else new on here? So Florian Plettenberg, he also tells us the Renato Veiga deal was a 7-year contract with Villarreal until 2032. Chelsea have also secured a 40%. I was actually thinking around 50 because a heavy sell-on clause. So it's a 40% sell-on clause. So whatever they get for him, 40% of that will be coming straight to Chelsea. The total package is worth €30 million, including bonuses. He's about $500,000 off there from what Fabrizio Romano said. Excuse me. Agreement between Villarreal and Chelsea is done with the medical scheduled for Thursday, tomorrow, as per Fabrizio Romano. So yeah, Renato Veiga, you know what? That's not a bad deal, I reckon. That's not a bad deal because we are going to get 40% of the next sale for him. And yes, it might not be for the next couple of years, but that's a good chunk of money still coming in for Renato Veiga when he does end up going. Now, there is also... I need to switch screens here. Give me a second. Let's have a look. So we also got... here we go today for Eze. It looked up until yesterday that he was going to go to Tottenham. But yeah, no, he's decided to go to Arsenal. So Eze to Arsenal, here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Crystal Palace to receive a package in excess of £60 million as Eze preferred Arsenal over Spurs. Arsenal in the race over Tottenham, been in advanced talks for days but never sealed. Tottenham bottle it again. Tottenham bottle it again. Let me switch screens back to here. But yeah, there was links with Arsenal and Nkunku, Arsenal and potentially Nicholas Jackson, because they did have that injury to Kai Havertz, which does look like it's going to be quite a serious one, and he will be out for quite some time. So they were pushed into making this happen. Yes, they've been in discussions over Eze for quite some time, but it looks like the whole Havertz situation kind of pushed it over the edge. Let me look at your comments before I put the link in the chat. Let me go scroll back up. Let's go to Daniel Knight, as he was the first to comment. And Daniel says, 2 weeks until deadline day, Chelsea needs to hurry up and get rid of Nkunku so Simmons' deal can happen. I think the Nkunku deal is very close with RB Leipzig. That being said, Harvey Elliott also looks like a deal that is about to happen. So maybe RB Leipzig may not be so keen on Nkunku. Signing Harvey Elliott and Nkunku may not be a move that they will be able to do. We'll have to keep a close eye on that one. Behind the dugouts, big up to you, my brother. Still on close, 40% has been reported. Yes, I just mentioned that. Big up to you, Kai. Kai, the link will be in the chat very, very soon. So would love to have you on to also look at some of these news stories. CFC Gamer, big up to you, my brother. Estevao, Xavi Simmons, Neto, João Pedro, Cole Palmer, and Delap. Scary times for Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and the other teams. Not if they play like they played against Crystal Palace. I'm hoping that isn't what is going to happen for the remainder of the season. West Ham is going to be an important game to change the fans' perception. Mijay and it's 40% apparently for sell on clause for Veiga. Yeah, we just said that. Big up to you. Interesting name you got there. Do you like Johnny Minimals on YouTube? I do like Johnny Minimals on YouTube. I think he's a great content creator. Different perspective. But I think he has a lot of passion, a lot of emphasis, a lot of emotions in his content. I think he's a great content creator. Don't see eye to eye with everything, but you're not supposed to. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own method. But I respect him, and I wish him all the best. Great guy. Baggy rates these attacking options. Which team you think has the strongest attack? And then you got Man City, Haaland, Liverpool, Chelsea. You've mentioned all the top teams there, and I think they all have a lot of great players. And I will let the league table decide who has the best attack in the Premier League. The league table will determine that. I know the defense also plays a big part in determining the league table, but I think we have to look at. So I'm just refreshing on the screen. We have to look at the results at the end of the season, and that will determine who has the best attack. For me, I think we have got a fantastic attacking setup this season. One that will give all the top teams a run for their money. But I couldn't answer it any clearer than that. CFC Gamer. Hope that answer was good. Bugs Bun. Love these names. Any word on Leverkusen defender Hincape? He's exactly who Maresca wants. He could be the key to win a title. He's that good all over the left of the pitch. I haven't got any updates. I don't think Chelsea are seriously looking at defensive options right now. Could be wrong, but we've not seen any real solid links to defenders. We've had rumors of them, bidding for the likes of Bastoni and others, but hasn't been confirmed by any real top journalists. I would like to see a defender added to the squad, especially with what's been going on over the past day or so. Wesley Fofana, we could potentially have issues coming up. I would like to give Maresca what he wants. Maresca did say he wants another defender to be added to the squad. Who they're going to go for, I don't know if they are going to go for anyone, but we'll have to wait and see. Guys, there's 51 of you in the stream. Make sure you're all smashing that like button as you're joining the stream. I will be trying to address as many of your comments as possible, and I'm also checking breaking news as and when they come in. So if we do get anything breaking, I will be discussing it on the stream today. Big up to Maha. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for your support as always. Waldo, big up to you, my brother. Big up to you. Surely we beat West Ham, right? Surely, yeah. The same West Ham who got battered by Sunderland. Look, I'm expecting a win on Friday, and anything less would be unfortunate. But it's still early doors. Let's see what happens. But anything less than a win, and it could be an interesting season. Let's just say that it'll be an interesting season. We came into the season with higher expectations, lads. We came into the season on the back of winning the Club World Cup with some fantastic performances in that tournament. Pre-season was awesome. The way we dismantled Leverkusen and AC Milan was top notch. Then we played Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, we came into that game on a high. We're expecting to win. We didn't. Tough game. We didn't play well, which was very disappointing. But Friday night is going to be a different story. Yeah, different story. Big up to you, Aldo. Big up to you. Here we go for. Why are you so interested in this, man? I don't know. I'm focusing on Chelsea. I'm focusing on Chelsea and things that relate to Chelsea. Yes, Strasbourg is a big component, but Blue Coat should buy Brighton and multiple clubs model. Do you know what? I'm gonna avoid talking about Blue Coat for now. Because I am not very big on Blue Coat. Those of you who have been following my channel for a while know that I'm a little bit what's the word here? Unhappy about the way that they've handled their business. They've handled the club, and many. I've got a lot of issues with Blue Coat. I've got a lot of issues with the ownership. At the moment, things seem to be going in a positive direction. So I'm sitting back and I'm observing. I'm watching. I'm gonna let it flow. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping, I'm praying that they prove me wrong and they can turn it around and they can, put us back where we deserve to be. Club World Cup is a big achievement. Conference League, it's an achievement. Finishing fourth, achievement. But it's not what we aspire to, lads. We want to be Champions League winners again. We want to be Premier League winners again. So Blue Co, until they achieve that, I'm sitting on the fence right now. Let's just keep it real. Did you see RB Leipzig's post a vid on Nkunku of what he? No. What is it? Something recent? I haven't seen anything recently. If there is something that is recent and has like a hidden message, let us know. Put it in the chat. I've not seen it. I've not seen anything recently. I'm gonna skip that CFC gamer message. Long time no see. Cheers, man. Wood Shredder. Have you changed your name? I don't recognize the name. Remind me. But yeah, big up to you and thank you for jumping onto the stream. I saw in Kinko thing. Okay, so that's the thing. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I might look for it after the stream. I might look for it after the stream. Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of comments to get through. Let me just see how many I need to get through. I'm catching up. I think we should get Simmons and focus on a new centre back instead of wasting money on Garnacho. I think we should get Simmons, Garnacho, and a centre back, and I don't think any of that will be a waste of money. Guys, get those likes up. Bugs Bun, big up to you. Courtney, my man, big up to you, Courtney. Good to see you in the chat. 23 likes, 52 watching. Come on, guys, let's get the likes up. Yeah, there's 53 of you watching right now, and I haven't checked the likes. Let me just have a quick refresh. You know what? We actually got a really good positive view count and likes on the last one that I did on Monday. Let's try and beat that. Today. I'm hoping we can. I want to see the. So we're on 29 likes. There's 52 of you in here right now. Let's get that up. Come on, lads. Support the Blue Lounge. You know, the YouTube algorithm has been doing me dirty. It has been doing me dirty. I did take a long break. So for the YouTube algorithm to start supporting my channel and recommending my videos, you guys are going to have to do a little bit of legwork here. You know, you guys are going to have to support me. So, keep them comments coming in. Keep smashing that like button. If you don't like the stream, you're more than welcome to smash the dislike button. Interact, like or dislike. It's all good for me. Big up to you, Courtney. I can't believe Spurs ball it again. You know what? That's what they do, isn't it? It's a Spurs thing. Chelsea winning trophies is a Chelsea thing. Spurs bottling it. It's a Spurs thing. Machiavelli, big up to you, my brother. Good to see you. Chelsea need to beat Jellyfish Potter and West Ham. I'm not gonna comment on that. Your comment says it all, my brother. Your comment says it all. Big up to you. Hopefully Sanchez doesn't throw away the game on Friday. Every other player I am confident in, but Sanchez is not the level needed at Chelsea. Yes and no. I think Sanchez has the ability, doesn't have the right decision making though, and that's my problem with Sanchez. But let's not worry about West Ham. We got it. We got this. Smash the like button, people, and subscribe. Do you know what, lads? The comments on the screen update quicker than the comments I have here in the in my tab. So if I'm a little bit slow answering, it's because you're seeing it on the main screen before I actually see it on my tab here. I'm a big fan of the multi-club model at Chelsea, and I'm not a big fan of the multi-club model at Chelsea, and I don't like it at all. It's Do you know what? I don't think Strasbourg like it, fans wise. The fans definitely don't like it. They feel like they are the what's the word here? The feeder club, the side note to Chelsea, and any football club, aspiring to achieve things and achieve success, being in that position isn't nice for them. So the fans definitely don't like it. Strasbourg, they don't really have much choice because Blueco is the owners, and I think the way that the business is being done, some of it is ideal for Chelsea, but I think Strasbourg may not be um, happy about it because they are accommodating what we need to do rather than looking at what they need to do. So I can understand why they wouldn't be happy. I'm going to just jump a couple of comments. The only way I sell Jackson is if an offer over £70 million. If not, keep him and use him on the left wing. We are entertaining a £10 million loan fee at the moment. Jackson is a player that is priced quite high from other clubs' standpoint, not from our standpoint. Not when you compare him to other players that have been moving in this window. Um, and I think other clubs at this point are trying to work on loan deals. We've seen it wherever you look. We'll take him on a loan. We'll take. You know what? We'll take him on a loan and we'll put obligations to buy. Things like that. Jackson, I think, maybe loaned out with an obligation to buy, and I think if that does happen, we will get close to 70 million on the overall deal, overall package. But I think the Jackson situation will be heating up over the next couple of days. We will see a lot more coming out in regards to Nicholas Jackson. I don't want to speculate right now. I mean, there's like 10 different reports that I've seen on Nicholas Jackson, linking him with Nottingham Forest, Juventus, Milan, a whole bunch of teams, Newcastle, a whole bunch of teams. So I think Nicholas Jackson, we are going to see some more concrete information coming out over the next few days. I'm expecting, I'm anticipating. Big up Chelsea Blue, long time, my brother, long time. I hope you're doing well. I'm starting to see a lot more of the old we can say old faces, but old accounts making their way back to the Blue Lounge. Big up to you, my brother. Nice to see you. Sean, I miss Armando Borgia, man. Listen, he just left. He literally, what was it, a week ago? You're missing him already? I wish Armando Borgia all the best, and I hope he has all the success in the world. Yeah, big up to him, and wish him all the best. Courtney, we need to bounce back and beat West Ham convincingly to say we can think about challenging. Yes, we do, and yes, we will. Lads, stay positive. Stay positive. We should beat West Ham. We should beat West Ham. We can beat West Ham. Do you know what? You know what would be funny for me to say right now? I'll say it's a must win. Yeah, it's a must win. Second game of the season. It's a must win. But no, we should we should beat West Ham. I have a theory for you. Chelsea main target is Morgan Rogers. Okay. If Jackson goes to Villa and Nkunku leaves, we are going for Rogers over Garnacho. Interesting theory. And if that happens, a very big tier one journalist is going to look really silly. Um, I don't think that is the case though. Chelsea Blue could be, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Gang Alamu, big up to you. Big up to you. I am just want to hear Simmons is on his way this transfer, and if not, then we have failed big time our club this season. Don't look at it in that way. Don't look at it in that way. We haven't failed if we don't get Xavi Simmons. We'll be disappointed. We'll be less potent in attack because Xavi Simmons does add a lot to the team. But we still have a very, very strong attacking force in our squad. We have got a lot of good players. Xavier Simmons definitely improves it a ton. If it doesn't happen, we will be very disappointed. Very disappointed. but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a big a big time failure. Disappointing, definitely. Um, and I think Maresca, if you were to ask Maresca today, and again, this is my opinion, if you were to ask Maresca today, would you rather have another attacking player or a centre back? What do you guys think he would say? In the comments down below, tell me what you think Maresca would say if asked to choose between an attacking player or a centre back today. In the comments down below, let me know. Did we get another? Hold on a second. I think we might have some breaking. No, not Chelsea related. Omar, my brother, big up to you, Omar. Good to see you. Good to see you. David Einstein reports Blue Core reached an agreement to sign. Uh, I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna leave that story for now. As long as Maresca finds a way to beat the teams that play low block against us, we have a strong chance of winning the league. I think he knows how to do it, and I think the players that we have can do it. It's just a matter of implementation, and it's early doors, lads. It is so early in the season. It is so early in the season. I think we want to see Chelsea at the top of the league right at the start. A lot of teams, when they start strong, kind of fade away towards the end of the season. So let's just keep it good, stay in the battle, stay in the race, and then maybe right at the end accelerate and take the title. You guys have seen Arsenal. They start strong, they keep second, third, first, and then towards the latter stages of the season, they just capitulate. It's very hard to maintain a high position. It's easier to stay there or thereabouts, and then focus on the last 10, 15 games of the season and just set up your title challenge there. Would love to see us get off to a flyer. Yeah, West Ham. Let's just take it from there and move forward. I'm going to continue to address the comments, but before I do that, I want to put the link in the chat. Because if I'm going to keep on addressing the comments, I'm not going to get a chance to do that. So let me put the link in the chat, give you guys a chance to jump on, and I will then go back to addressing the comments. Let's do this. Give me a second, boys. 40 likes, not bad. Can do better. We've had a ton of you guys on the stream. Please smash that like button. I have posted the link in the chat. I am now going to pin it at the top. Lads, if you do want to join the stream, everyone is welcome. I just ask you for one favor, and that is to have your camera turned on, just so that we can all see you, and it's easier for me to communicate with a person than a picture. So please feel free to jump on, but if you do have that camera turned on. All right, I'm going to look at comments that address different topics that we've already addressed. God of Frogs, big up to you and welcome back to the stream. I hope they look to drop Gittins and play Estevao. So drop Gittins, move Pedro Neto to the left, Estevao to the right. I'm guessing that's what you're suggesting. You know what? Maybe that'd work because I think Gittins coming on as a sub with his strength and his pace, his direct approach could unlock defenses in the latter parts of the game. Utilize him as a super sub, give a chance for Esteban and Pedro Neto to play together could work. definitely will unlock defense, low block defenses. So yeah, that could work. Yeah, I agree. That is a good way to go. Mo, what do you think about? I You know what, I've heard about this. And I think I think the stories aren't strong, aren't credible, aren't strong. I've seen it reported by a few, well, reasonably well-known sources, but I wouldn't be against it. But I don't think it's something that has been worked on by the club, but it is something that has been suggested. Lads, you have to understand something. A lot of these stories that we see, there's agendas behind why they are coming on our screens and our timelines. Some are real approaches, real discussions that are taking place from clubs, from players, from agents, and some are a marketing ploy. A player is looking to improve his contract. A player is looking to move, and stories are leaked from X, Y, and Z individuals to get it into the media, to put pressure on the club, to put pressure on other stakeholders. I'll use that word, on other stakeholders, to try and make certain things happen. So this might be, excuse me, this might be something along those lines. NL Shemsi. Long time no see. The last time we were live during pre-season. Last time, mm, I don't think I was. I think my first live back was after pre-season. But yeah, big up to you, and thank you for jumping on. Please continue to comment, and if you have any questions, love to answer them. But yeah, big up to you, and welcome, guys. The link is there. Anybody who is keen to jump on, give me their thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear it. I am still looking to see if there's any updates, and there hasn't seemed to be anything coming out. As we get closer to 11 o'clock, updates normally come through. But yeah, I'm just enjoying reading your questions, lads. So keep them coming in. Feels quite late in the window to get a Jackson replacement. Oh, let me highlight this. Sorry. Feels quite late in the window to get a Jackson replacement, and thus we'd be in the same situation as last season with only two strikers. So I don't think we are really looking at a striker per se. We are looking at an attacker. So if we sell Jackson, that will endorse the acquisition of Xavi Simons. I think we are in a position where we are quite comfortable with the two strikers because of the number of attackers we have in the squad. Other attackers could fill that role in on a temporary basis. Pedro Neto could play in the 9 role if need be. I don't think we are looking to replace Jackson if we do sell him this window. I think we are looking to maybe bolster the attacking options we have, but not necessarily getting a centre forward. If we are looking to get a centre forward, selling Jackson now without having anything already put in place at this stage of the transfer window, it might be a little bit difficult to acquire a top tier striker at this stage. We have failed Simmons. If we don't have him in this season, this will hinder a lot of people who sincerely want to come to Chelsea. Again, let's just relax. Let's just wait. I think talking about the Simmons deal failing right now is premature. There is a chance that this Simmons deal will continue to drag on up until the last day, and it will be a deadline day transfer. And if it does end up being a deadline day transfer for this particular deal, I wouldn't be too worried about it because enough legwork has been done over the past weeks that if it is a deadline day transfer, it will be signed off on quite quickly. It could be left to the deadline day purely for the hype and for the marketing aspect. Deadline day transfers generate a lot of media attention. Media attention is always a positive thing for football clubs, and for them to be in the news, the players to be in the news on deadline day, generating all that attention around the club is a positive thing. So they may decide to do it that way. You know, everything could be in place, and they'll just wait for deadline day to actually have it, go through purely for the fact that they want that media attention. For us fans, stressful. For us fans, will be very anxious. But this could be a deadline day transfer. It could be because being linked to other deals having to go through. We'll have to wait and see. But don't stress. I feel that you're very stressed about this whole situation. Relax. It's cool. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. I can't lie. With Arsenal getting Eze, that is a great buy for them, especially with that defense. I wish our team wasn't so young. Sometimes when I see City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, definitely a great acquisition for Arsenal. Definitely a player that is gonna take him up a level. But they've also lost Havertz. And Havertz, he divides opinion. Even when he was here at Chelsea, he divided opinion. Some loved him, some disliked him, and I think the same is with his position at Arsenal. But I think Eze is definitely a good acquisition for Arsenal, and it is something that's going to put them in good stead for the season. I wish we had moved for Eze. There was talk, but nothing materialized. And I agree with you. Maresca would have chosen a centre back over an attacker. Yeah, I agree. Why would we go for NCO for a long term player for Strasbourg? Maybe, but I don't get how it helps us right now, and that is why I'm avoiding discussing this one. Yeah, let's stay within what's happening this transfer window. Let's stay with what's happening this transfer window. I'm coming to 1 second, lads. I want to just check. Let's see if we've hit the 50. Have we hit the 50 likes? Where are we on the likes? Ta-ta-ta. Have we hit 50 likes? That's the target. We're on 47. You guys are making it hard, lads. We're on 47 likes. All right, let's keep going. We have been live for 44 minutes, so we've got 47 likes. That's an average of 1 like a minute. Come on, people. Courtney, listen to Courtney, guys. Let's do this. Come on, lads. Don't make it. It's like I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here. Come on, it's 38. Oh, it's dropped down to 38. People are jumping out of the stream because you guys are not hitting the like button. All right, big up to everyone. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna address some of the comments from people that haven't addressed their comments yet. The vibe. Big up to the vibe. Chelsea are not cooking to end the Chelsea are not cooking to end the transfer window. Chelsea are not cooking to end the transfer window. Am I reading it wrong? The vibe. Explain, my brother. Explain. All right, we've reached the last two comments. Eze makes Arsenal stronger, but it will not be enough to win the league. The midfield lacks fluidity and creativity. Arteta can't handle pressure very well. I see Liverpool and Chelsea fighting it out in April, May for the title. Yeah, I don't think Arsenal. I don't think Arteta has what it takes to win the title. I just don't. They have the players. They have the squad, but I think they're trusting the process way too long. They have been trusting that process for way too long. Um, Lads, if no one jumps in the next 8 minutes and we don't get any breaking news, I will be calling it a day for the stream. I was, you know what, I was expecting to see something being posted about Garnacho, Xavi Simons, and Nkunku specifically today, because we had a lot of talk about it over the past couple of days, and there was nothing posted, nothing concrete was posted all day today. You know, we heard about Renato Veiga, we've heard about Disasi, we've heard about Kone Chukwemeka, but we haven't heard anything about Garnacho, Xavi Simons, and Nkunku. And we know these journalists, they love pushing stories about that for the clicks, for the likes. The fact that they haven't done it today has got me thinking that there may be something brewing in the background and they're waiting to see what happens before they break it. A lot of news seems to come out quite late when it comes to Garnacho and Xavi Simons, late in the day. So it is currently 7 minutes to 11. So I was hoping that we get something tonight. We haven't yet. I will stay on for just after 11 to see if something does break, and if it does break, I'll be sharing that with you. Let's go back to the comments. No, actually, before I go back to the comments, I want to see, because you know, I'm streaming to you guys, and if you guys are not hitting the like button, then I'm not gonna be happy. Let's have a look. Where are we on the likes? Oh, we've hit 50. We've hit 50. So thank you. Thank you for hitting that like button. And if you haven't done it yet, good time to do it is now. Good time to hit the like button is right now. Lads, tell me what you think of this layout. Because last time I streamed, I had your comments or the chat box just below my screen. Do you guys prefer this layout, or was the other layout better? The reason why I've done this is because I can actually put four comments of you, or 5 comments of you on the screen. So I thought it's better than having just 2 comments at a time come up on the screen. So tell me what you guys think of this layout. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Let's go back to the vibe and see what he has to say. Chelsea aren't moving. They're just letting the window go by. I get you. So they're not cooking. They're not making any moves. Do you know what? I think Chelsea probably anticipated more outgoings to happen earlier. And because the outgoings haven't happened in the timely fashion that they were expecting, it has meant they can't make their acquisitions earlier. And that, I think, has been the problem in this transfer window. And that is really something outside of our hands. What we can do in regards to outgoings, you can't really push players down their throats and say, you got to buy him. You got to try to promote the players you want to sell, but at the same time, you can't be pushing it, because if you're pushing it, you're not going to get the price for him. So I think that's why we have seen a lot of the acquisitions, the incomings being delayed, purely for the fact of the outgoings. Now, there is something quite interesting that I heard Ben Jacobs speak about on X. I think it was yesterday. So yesterday I joined a X session, with people from the Saudi Pro League, and Ben Jacobs was addressing their questions in regards to the Saudi Pro League and the transfer market. And one interesting aspect was that not a lot of players are actually going to the Saudi Pro League this year purely for the fact that the World Cup is just around the corner. And a lot of those players thinking if they are going to go to the Saudi Pro League, it limits their chances of playing in the World Cup next summer. One thing that we did see happen when Chelsea wanted to get rid of a lot of players, and this was a couple of transfer windows ago, we were able to offload a good amount to Saudi Arabia. What's his name? Mendy, goalkeeper, Koulibaly, Kante. We were able to get rid of players for a reasonable fee, a good fee, and the deal was quite easy to make purely for the fact that the Saudi Pro League does have that financial stability, that financial ability to make those deals happen and make them happen quickly. We haven't seen that this window, and the reason why we haven't seen that this window is purely for the fact that the World Cup is around the corner. Had that have not been the case, I think we'd have seen a lot of these players go to Saudi Arabia, chase the bag for a couple of seasons, and then go back to Europe. And I think we will see a lot of transfers happening after the World Cup to Saudi Arabia. So the fact that they are out of the market this year has also impacted a lot of these deals. It's subjective, but tell me what you think in the comments. More, can Xavi play as an 8? So he can start Palmer in the same match, or do you know what we could? I don't see Xavi being utilized as an 8, being a good fit for his ability. I think Xavi is probably better utilized as a winger or even as a 10. We could have a formation that incorporates 2 10s. We could have a formation that pushes Palmer out wide on the right. Palmer is very good on the right-hand side as well as down the centre. We saw it in the Club World Cup, especially against Paris Saint-Germain, where he was occupying the right-hand side. As long as you give Cole Palmer the freedom to roam, you can easily fit Xavi Simons and Cole Palmer into the same starting 11. Easily. And you don't have to have one of them drop back into the 8 position. Also, mental fatigue can kick the season for Arsenal due to finishing second, third. It's not easy being so close and missing out. So it will impact. It will definitely impact. Fidoaz, I'm the boy from Ghana. Update on Xavi Simons. Fidoaz, I'm waiting. Just like you, I am waiting for an update today. Fabrizio Romano hasn't posted anything for nearly 25 minutes. The update we have so far is this. Chelsea are in advanced talks for Xavi Simons. Club-to-club talks have been ongoing. The deal is very, very close. Guys, am I missing anything? That's the update that we've been having. Basically, the Xavi Simons deal will only be finalized when Chelsea are able to find a suitor for Nkunku or Nicholas Jackson. And when we're saying Nicholas Jackson is, if Nicholas Jackson goes out on a loan, I don't think that would be enough. I think then we still have to get rid of Nkunku. But that's the update. If more happens in the next few minutes, I will be sharing it with you. I want to make sure I get through all the comments, because if we don't get any update in the next 4 minutes, that might be the end of it for the stream. Since Maresca started coaching every season, he won trophies. I am expecting that trend to continue this season up to Chelsea. I'm hoping this trend continues. But has he won a trophy every season? I'm not so sure. I mean, he's done it for Chelsea, but I have to admit I haven't really looked at that. I'll have to double check that. This one is better. Comments. All right, thank you. So the layout, you like the layout. All right, brilliant. Yeah, I'm so far behind on the comments that I'm asking the question, and then I'm seeing the answer a little bit late. But yeah, the vibe. Thank you for letting me know. I actually like it as well. I think it looks nice on the screen. Having the comments there next to the video is brilliant. Kai, thank you. Kai, jump on, mate. Jump on. If you got time, if you got a minute, jump on. This one looks better. Thank you, Machiavelli. Thank you. It seems okay. God of Fogs. It seems like clubs are doing what we are doing with Man United and Garnacho. They are, yeah. They know they have to. They have us snookered. Yeah. I'd rather be snookered than checkmate, because snookered, there is always a chance you can get out of it. Good analogy. Good analogy, God of Fogs. Good analogy. Like it. I like it. Do you know what, Courtney? I'll be honest with you. I started the channel, what was it now, nearly 5 years ago, and my goal was to get 40,000 subscribers. I wanted to have as many subscribers as the capacity of Stamford Bridge. And we are very close to doing that. Nearly 13,000 plus away from that target. I can't wait until we achieve it. And then I know a lot of you guys have been with me on this journey since the early days, when I had 300-400 subscribers. I know who you are. I know that I know the OGs on this channel. Yeah, so I can't wait to reach that milestone. I can't wait to reach that 40,000 subscriber milestone. But yeah, everyone who has supported the channel, everyone who has been here and smashing the likes and commenting and subscribing, really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you guys. What about Ben Chilwell? Nothing has come out about Ben Chilwell. No updates as of yet. I have a feeling, and I think Stephen on Blue Clouds Media said this yesterday on one of his streams. We may actually just let him go. I think he's got 1 year left on his contract. And we might just let him go and give him the opportunity to move to a club, without having him tied to anything, just to give him that freedom and give him that flexibility. But we'll have to wait and see. Nothing has materialized yet. I haven't seen any concrete links for him. Sterling and Ben aren't bothered by the World Cup. So Sterling isn't about the World Cup, but he does want to stay in London. You're right, because Saudi League clubs did approach for Sterling, but he doesn't want to go because he wants to stay in London. He's got personal matters, personal commitments to London, and he doesn't want to leave them. Kids, charitable work that he's involved in, and Ben, I'm not sure what's happening with Ben. But but you're right. The World Cup is not a factor for these two particular players, but it does play a factor for others. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jackson is better than Delap, and he's being sold. Um, I, I don't know what to think about that comment because I can see what you're saying. I do believe Jackson is a good player, but Jackson doesn't seem to have the right decision making, doesn't seem to have the right chemistry with the other players, and does do some stupid things at times that puts the team in a bit of a pickle. Um, I think Delap is more disciplined. I think Delap is also more physical. Jackson is pacier. Um, so I think there is similarities in the players, but there's also a lot of differences. Um, Me personally, I think if we are able to get a good fee for Jackson, sell. If not, then integrate into the squad because we have got a long season ahead of us. We've got a ton of games. Um, I am not comfortable with the way that he has been sidelined in preseason. Training away from the first team. I think we are looking at getting rid of him, but don't cut off ties so quickly with the players. Don't go into a negative mode so quickly, and I think that is one of the issues we have. If we want to sell a player, we straight away sideline them. We saw that with Chalobah, if you guys remember. Chalobah has always been keen to stay, always been keen to fight for his spot, fight for his position. When Chelsea were trying to push him out, they straight away moved him away from the first team and, you know, started to break the connection with the player. Chalobah's professional approach, his strong mindset, his strong mentality, and his determination to prove himself got him back into the team. But the club doing that, I don't like it. I don't think it's the right way that you should be treating your players, especially players who have given Chelsea years of service. Champions League winners, the likes of Ben Chilwell. I think we are not treating them in the right way. I'm just looking at the X timeline, X feed. There's nothing so far. Courtney, what do you make of Mark Gui's snubbing his manager on camera after the game? Look, I gotta say this. We are seeing a lot of dissent from players. Um, you know, Isaac, Gui, Garnacho, Xavi Simmons to a certain degree. We saw something happen with Fofana today that could be interpreted as dissent. I don't like it. I think you have to stay professional. You have to show respect to your club. You have to show respect to your team, to your manager while you are there. And back in the day, you would keep that respect, throughout your career, even when you leave the club. Very rarely did we hear in the past players badmouth, former clubs, former teammates. Um, they'd wait until they retire, and then they'd write their autobiography, and then let everyone into all the nitty gritty, as Eunice would say. But for now, I don't like to see dissent. I really don't like to see dissent. Guys, it is 11 past 11. Oh shoot! I didn't see you there, Kai. How long you been there, Kai? How long have you been waiting? I did not even see you. I didn't get no notification or anything. All right, let me. I was about to sign off. Let's go back into this other screen, guys. We have got Kai from behind the dugouts jumping on, and we will continue to address the comments. Let me just switch screens. This is the one. And let's add Kai to the screen. There you go. Kai, you should have said something. I didn't even see you there.
I was just busy sorting out some stuff for work tomorrow. I was just
Oh,
letting you read
sweet.
all the comments. They come in thick and fast.
They are. Welcome, Kai. How are you? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Kai, I saw you post a video earlier today, and you addressed the whole Fofana situation, which kind of leads into this comment here from Courtney,
Yeah.
talking about dissent. What's your stance on these type of incidents? We've seen a few of them. What's your thoughts on this?
I don't like dissent at all from players. Not just the fact that, they're adults doing it, but they also have a platform for kids and all the kids watching. And they're showing the kids, the up and coming footballers, that it's okay to act like this when it's really not. And, that they are in a position, as much as if they like it or not, to influence, to guide, and be an example for the kids coming through. And what they're doing is not the best example. So no, I don't. I did see the video of Mark Gurhey,
Okay.
basically blanking him off.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That we know he may be leaving. It's not like Crystal Palace have come out like Newcastle and gone, we're not letting you leave. There's been no talk of that. So I don't know why or what reason he would do that. Frustrated in the game, but we were all frustrated. It's still your manager at the end of the day. You've got to show respect. In terms of the Fofana situation, slightly out of proportion maybe. We don't have the full story. The only thing I will say about Fofana is he is a media diva. It's not the first time he's done something in the public eye that's, raised a few eyebrows, that's been a bit curious as to why he's doing it. And the timing of it is just very weird. I don't think it's much. I don't think there's anything really to read into. I think it's more that it's just a clear out and he wants to, have a clean slate, maybe post some new pictures when he actually makes it onto the pitch for the first time in who knows how long. So I'm not going to read too much into it. But yeah, the timing on his behalf is just stupid, especially with the transfer windows at the edge, and there's so much talk about centre backs and things like that. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in the light of abuse, because unfortunately, as much as we wish there wasn't abuse in this day and age, there is always going to be abuse. So he's basically put himself in the firing line for that again, needlessly. Didn't need to do it. And he just potentially might make his return on Friday. Who knows? And now, instead of coming back, the happy return of him, he's now put a little bit of sourness on it again, needlessly. So, again, if he plays Friday and he plays well, it's all forgotten. Nobody cares. But, yeah, he's just got to work on his timing a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we're reading too much into it. And I think had he have done this after the transfer window, I don't think anybody would have, mentioned it. But doing it at this stage, especially with us having issues with our defenders at the moment, it is a bit stupid from him. I totally agree. But I don't think there's anything happening in regards. I mean, unless he was looking to go back to Marseille, which is something that hasn't been mentioned, hasn't been looked at, no concrete offers or approaches. And even if there was, with the current situation that we have in defence, it wouldn't be entertained. So I don't know. It's a weird one. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
You know, possibly he would, say something after the West Ham game. It's like, oh, I was just, refreshing the pictures. I didn't have a lot of space on my storage, and I had to delete some
yeah.
pictures. I don't know.
The only
What was
thing
it?
that will make it worse is if he doesn't even make the bench on Friday. That will be the only thing that will make this situation worse because people will go, "Oh, look, he's not on the bench. He must be up for sale." And that's why he's doing it. That's the only thing. But I think either he's going to
Yeah,
start or he's going to definitely get some minutes Friday, and it's nothing. I,
it's gonna
I
be
did
over.
see some rumors that he's given his social media to an outsource to manage. You don't know if that's true. Maybe they've done it. You don't know. There's so many different factors, different rumors of why it's happened. It could just be a simple thing of just cleaning up. That's it, really.
Yeah, 100%. We'll wait and see what happens in the next few hours. In regards to Fofana, but like I said, I don't think it's a big thing. Um, CFC game I've just looked. There's no updates, and I agree with you. It really is. It's advancing. Club to club are discussing. Xavi Simons does not want to go to any other club apart from Chelsea. He's agreed terms. Literally, we could write Fabrizio Romano's next post ourselves. Literally, and we probably have better grammar than him. Yeah. Uh, Machiavelli, Xavi deal is about 90% today, not 100% yet. It was 85% yesterday, wasn't it? It was 85%.
Yeah, it's
So,
going up by fives.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah. We can literally write Fabrizio Romano's next tweet ourselves. Jackson just gave up because Chelsea didn't even want to sell him. He wants to leave on his own.
Yeah, that is true though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because he come out, didn't say that he wanted to fight for his place, and then it was, I want to explore my options.
yeah, yeah. But you see, that's the difference. I mean, there's a lot of people who say, why are we fans so invested in our academy lads? This is why. This is why. I mean, the same situations has happened to multiple academy lads. Chalaba, Gallagher. Trying to remember the year. Even Ruben Loftus-Cheek
Yeah,
after his injury. So when you are coming through the academy, you feel that bond with the club. You grew up here. This is your home, and even when they leave and they come back, I mean, Tomori when he came back for his friendly with AC Milan, you saw the pictures with Reece James and with the other lads.
yeah,
That connection doesn't go away. Um, Nicholas Jackson, the minute he feels he's lost favor with the manager, lost favor with the club, like, yeah, I'll just move on, and because he doesn't have that connection. So some players, Frank Lampard, West Ham player, came to Chelsea, and he became integral. He became one of the best players, top goal scorer in our history. He became Chelsea, and he won the respect of all the players that he played with, all the fans, and he is one of us. Even though he didn't come through the academy, so you don't have to come through the academy to earn the love and the respect of the fans. But this is the difference between
well,
the common
the
man.
players have got to spend time to build a bond, and yeah, Jackson's been here for 2 years, but he's also come in a time where there's a lot of turbulence with players going in and out. The fans and the ownership have not got on well for the last 3 years, and it's only now slowly starting to change. There's still a long way for them to go to rectify the last 3 years, but it seems to be on the right path. Hopefully it continues and they improve even more. But in order for players coming into the club that aren't academy to build that bond, they have to spend time here and they have to do something. They have to, show the passion. Jackson was a player that looked like he had that about him, and he says the right things. I want to fight. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear players fight. And then, a couple of days later, it's actually, I want to explore my options. That's not the best, it's not the way to go about it, because you're not up for the challenge of competing for your spot. He's had it easy the last 2 seasons because he's had no one to compete against. And now when it's tough and you've got competition, he'd rather take the easy way out and go play for a different team, which I think it's just an easy escape. So
Yeah.
it's whether it's going to get done. I feel like he is going to be a loan, but I think Nkunku's going to be a sale. I don't know what that would do in terms of the Javi Simmons and Garnacho thing, because we're aiming to sell both. I don't think it's going to play too much of a problem. I think as long as one of them sold, it'll be fine.
Yep.
Especially, I would say more so the Nkunku thing, because we're not looking to bring in another striker. We're looking to bring in another midfielder /10, which if we got rid of Nkunku, then we've got rid of João Felix and Nkunku. Now we've made a spot for Javi Simmons, basically. I think Nicholas Jackson is just an opportunity to make a bit of money if we can. And maybe less of a headache for Maresca.
To be honest, I would not be against the Nicholas Jackson loan situation.
No.
Because if he does go out alone, we get that 10 million loan fee that has been mentioned, and he could go somewhere and he could smash it. And then
Exactly.
he'd come back a much better player, and he would just hopefully slot right back in the team, having bagged maybe 20 odd goals in the Serie A, in the Bundesliga, or wherever he goes. I'm not keen on him being loaned to another Premier League team, but I'm not against him being loaned to the Bundesliga or even the Serie A. Very very nice comment here from Courtney. If Fofana was playing, he wouldn't have the phone in his hands so much.
Yeah, that's true. He could
Big
get
up
on the
Courtney.
pitch, he would be all right.
Yeah. War News
He's having a field day.
He's been spamming. War News has been spamming, man. War News, relax your comments, man. Give other people a chance. I actually forgot to add you as a admin. Let me see if I can do that now. Let me have a look. Kai, do me. Oh, here we go. No, I see you. So if I click here, add as a moderator. That's it. Done. Manage moderator, standard moderator. What's the difference? Can manage block words and change chat. I'll make you a managing moderator. Save. I want to see how many moderators I have in the chat. Lads, moderators in the chat, big up to you. We've got Courtney. Daniel Knight is not a moderator? I thought Daniel was a moderator. Daniel, you're about to become a moderator, mate. Add as a moderator. Daniel as a moderator. I want to add some moderators. In the chat, let me know who wants to be a moderator. And then me and Kai will discuss and see if we should make a moderator. War News, you're about to get blocked, mate. Take it easy with the comments. But yeah, Daniel Knight. Daniel, put a comment. I want to see if you have been upgraded to a moderator. And Kai, you do the same. Daniel is a moderator. War News, you're about to get blocked. You want me to make a moderator?
I can't see if they're moderators or not. War News is going crazy.
Yeah. So if your name put a comment in the chat, Kai, because your name
Don't
should
think
appear
it
in
gives
blue.
me an option on the stream to do it.
No, you'd have to do it through. You have to do it through
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah. I want to see who else I can put as a moderator. Courtney is a moderator. Actually, Waldo, you're about to become a moderator as well. Love the support. So Waldo is going to be a moderator. Who else? Machiavelli, one of the old school moderators. If you want to be a moderator, let me know in the chat, and I will review your application. I might have to do a job interview and see if you qualify. But let me get Courtney's comment off the screen because it's blocking the other chat. Yeah, behind the guys is a moderator now.
War News,
Brilliant.
should I super chat?
Waldo is a moderator. Brilliant. Lads, as moderators, do not block anyone. Give everyone a chance. If they go crazy in the chat, you have my permission to put them on a timeout. Anyone who hurls abuse, don't even hesitate. Just time them out. If they continue to do it, go right ahead and block. I don't like to block people, but if they abuse the chat, then we have no other choice. I am spamming like yeah. What news? You're borderline getting hidden from the channel. Continue to comment. Continue to watch the streams. We'll think about it. But it's the first time I've actually seen you in the chat. So you're low on the pecking order when it comes to moderators at the moment. So just be aware. Just be aware. All right. I'm gonna have a quick refresh of the likes. I want to see where we are with the likes. The vibe. War News application got hooked. That was the quickest job interview ever. It got lost in the mail. 55 likes. The stream I did on Monday, I think it hit nearly 80 with the likes on air and off air, which is fantastic. Today we have hit 55 in the stream. The only thing I'm disappointed about the likes for this stream is we hit 55. We hit 50 quite early on, and then we just stopped getting likes coming through. So I know the 55 likes are from the OGs, and you know who you are. So big up to all of you, and thank you so much. Kai, what do you think? I mean, everyone is a little bit nervous about the West Ham game. We have to win. It's a must-win. What's your thoughts?
Regardless of what happened with Palace, I'm still positive about this season, and I feel like we're going to roll over West Ham. We always know teams when they come back that come up against us, they do tend to play like they've never played before, no matter who we come up against. But I watched West Ham's game the other day against Sunderland, and I didn't think Sunderland were amazing. They still rolled them, and I just don't see West Ham getting any better. I think it's definitely. I feel like we're going to bag at least 3 past them. I think the first goal will take a little bit of time to go in, but once it goes in, the floodgates will open, and they'll just capitulate. So I'm not worried about West Ham.
Yeah, me neither. To be fair, I wasn't worried about Crystal Palace, But I knew Crystal Palace would be a formidable opponent, especially the first game of the season. David Oinstein has just tweeted. Oh, it's about Eze.
Yeah, it looks like Arsenal have hijacked that one, haven't they?
Yeah, that's done. That's done.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. I have a
That'll probably be the
feeling.
big one for tonight.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're not going to get anything in regards to Xavi Simons tonight. But for those of you watching, I will always wait until 12:30 transfer deadline or transfer window. I will always wait until 12:30. If something happens by 12:30, I will post the video. If nothing happens by 12:30, I'm going to bed. And the following day I will try to post the video. But I wanna know from you guys in the chat. Do you prefer live streams or pre-recorded content? Because I'm getting roughly the same traction on both. If I was to record a video, it would take me literally an hour from recording, from editing, from rendering to publishing. It would take me about an hour. I can spend the hour live on air with you guys and discussing the topic. What do you guys prefer? So in the chat, and those of you who are currently in the chat have been here for an hour and 27 minutes. So your opinion matters a ton. Do you prefer streams like this, or do you prefer pre-recorded videos where I highlight the information? Daniel Knight live streams. All right, okay. I'm interested to hear what everyone has to say about it. So please tell me in the stream. Stream is better. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. I'd love to hear from Courtney. War
I think
News. Let me hear your opinion on this one. War News. Go on, Kai.
I think Courtney might have gone.
Well, he jumped out.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see it. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Big up to Courtney,
Uh,
even though he has left
yeah.
now.
Courtney is a legend. Courtney is a legend. Um, he's not here, but I'm still gonna say this. I was. I like to watch other streams, other content creators, to see their thoughts and opinions and whatnot. And there was one stream that I randomly went into, and for some reason they were discussing the Blue Lounge on that stream, and they were discussing it in a very negative way. And I saw Courtney in the comments defending it, and I'm like, I don't have
Legend.
to type anything. Courtney is there. He's doing it. He's doing it. So I love the connection I have with my subscribers. So yeah, it's brilliant. So shout out to Courtney and shout out to all of you guys. I've just seen another notification on X. I'm just going to have a quick look from Fabrizio Romano. What is it regarding? It's regarding Eze.
Yeah, it's all Eze.
It's going to be Eze all night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you be doing a deadline stream on the 1st of September? I will tell you in a second, Daniel. I want to just check something really quickly. The 1st of September is going to be a Monday. Yes, I should be able to, but I will be doing it quite late. So deadline day is at 7 p.m. I will potentially start my stream at 5:30. So it'll be towards the right at the end of the deadline day stream. Deadline day cut-off time, I have a day job. So by the time I finish work and get home, hopefully I can make it for 5:30, and start that stream then. But we'll have to wait and see. But I do intend to do it. And again, if we have got the big deals over the line beforehand, there might not be a need for one. But we'll see. Machiavelli, I'm a little bit worried about this season more than last season, because this season all top four teams look scary. I disagree, Machiavelli. I think this season we are in a better position than we were last season. We've got a manager who's been here for a season. He has won trophies with the team. We've got players who have now starting to gel. We have added some really, really good players to the team as well. Yes, you can say something similar about the other clubs, but we're Chelsea Football Club. We're different. And I don't know if it's my bias to my team, to my club, but I'm confident. I'm more confident this season than I was last season. Kai, where do you stand on
Yeah,
this?
the biggest thing that sort of stops teams getting over the line is if they haven't gotten over the line before, which is one of the biggest problems that Arsenal have. Now, we have done it twice. We've gotten over the line, and yes, it's cup competitions, but it's still important to get over the line and feel what it's like to win. So not only are we going in this season with a stronger squad, a squad that's more gelled, more bonded together, regardless of the additions that come in, and because we're not making such an overhaul of loads of additions, they integrate in quite quickly. And Esteval was integrated even last season. He was coming in him and Paez were coming off in terms of breaks, and they were coming in to integrate and get to know the culture and the country before they even signed. So we're in a better place squad-wise, a better place mentality-wise. So it's one of those, yes, we've not had the best of start against Crystal Palace, but before that game, if we was to ask anybody from the AC Milan game, how are you feeling about this season? Everybody's 100% positive, at least from what I saw, the opinions from the people that I spoke to. Everyone was positive going into the season. We've had a blip against Crystal Palace. We've not performed as well as we wanted to, and again, this is what we expected them to do better. They haven't done it, but that doesn't mean the whole season's now a disaster. It's the first game. We've got 37 more games to go. There is, it's very unlikely that you're going to not draw a game over the course of the season. We'll lose a game. We just got to make sure that we win more than we draw and lose, and we will come away with the title at the end. That's what our focus is going to be. Don't focus on the blip. The Crystal Palace game is done. We're going to go into West Ham. We're going to beat West Ham, and we're going to continue to keep moving on that way. I'm super positive about this season.
Yeah.
I don't see why there should be a reason. Don't worry about everybody else. We've just got to focus on ourselves. Similar what we did at the end of the season. We couldn't rely on other people dropping points. We had to go out and do our job. Same here. We want to win the title. We need to make sure that we do our job. Don't worry about anybody else.
100%. And if we take what others are doing and what others have done as a yardstick to what we can achieve, then we wouldn't achieve anything. And a very good example of that was the Club World Cup final, where everyone, was talking about us losing. We're going to be destroyed by Paris Saint-Germain. They even asked Maresca in the press conference, are we ready to suffer? Are we? And he said, what do you mean? It's like, you guys are not even going to have possession of the ball. What you guys are going to do, and how are you going to? And he's like, who said that? What are you talking about? So we are always written off. I don't know why other clubs who haven't achieved half of what we've achieved always seem to look down at us. It's like
the worst thing you can do is
go on.
write Chelsea off. The moment we become the underdogs, that's it. It's game over. It's what they.
Kai, there's a club in North London who have not won any major European trophies, who have not won a title for decades, Premier League title for decades. Okay, and they are, we are the biggest club in London, and it's like Chelsea. What's Chelsea? They were literally in I think when the whole ownership transfer was happening, were talking like Chelsea is finished, Chelsea is dead, Chelsea is gone. But this is Chelsea. This is a lion.
Yeah.
This, we have a lion on our logo, not for nothing. We have that mentality, that mindset, that drive. We are lions. No matter how much challenges and obstacles you're going to put in front of us, we are going to persevere, regardless of who is there. The attitude, the mentality. Once you come in to Chelsea Football Club, you will embrace it, and it will embrace you, and you will then use it moving forward. Paris Saint-Germain were discussing how are we going to pick up that trophy? Where do we
Yeah.
stand? What cameras, what camera angles? They were making all of that before the ball was even kicked. Chelsea, we're gonna go, we're gonna do the business, and then we'll enjoy it afterwards. Even in the last Champions League final, when it was Chelsea Man City, if you look at the way we were lining up in that tunnel, and you look at the focus on our players, and if I think the camera shifted, and you saw the Man City players,
Laughing and
laughing,
joking around. Yeah.
joking around. It's like, we got this. Underestimating Chelsea, like Kai says, underestimate Chelsea at your peril. So let's not worry about the other clubs. Let's focus on our club, our team, and we do what we do best, and that is win. We're not going to win every game. We are going to have hiccups. We are going to lose games that we expect to win. We didn't lose against Crystal Palace. We expected to win, but we didn't lose. In this season, we are going to lose games that we're going to expect to win, and we are going to be upset. We are going to be angry. But let's not turn our backs so quickly. I saw people shooting their mouths at Maresca after the Crystal Palace game, asking for his head. What are you on
Yeah.
about, man? What are you doing? Fan base, our job is to support the club, to support the team. We are going to criticize. We are going to hold, the team, the club, the players to account if we see things going badly. But we are also going to give them a chance and give them some space to do what they need to do. Put yourself in their position. You're at your job. You're at your desk. You got a task to do, and there's someone there in the background pestering you and harassing you. You can't focus on doing your job. These players, they're on social media. They're watching what we're posting. They're reading what we're posting. They're watching our videos. They're watching our content. They're not commenting. They're not interacting because they can't. But they are hearing us. So if we are going to be bad mouthing them and taking the mic, it's gonna impact them somehow, some way. It will have an
Yeah.
impact.
And
So let's just be let's just be professional about it. Go on,
yeah,
Kai.
you've got to take the game in isolation. Just that game. Everybody's got their right to criticize and have their opinion because it's freedom of speech. Everyone has their right to their own opinion, but take it in isolation. Just focus on that game, that performance. That performance doesn't mean it's going to be like that the whole season. So we can't judge a whole season based on that one performance. When you get 6, 7, 8 games in, you'll have a better idea of what the season might look like because you have seen a few more games. You've seen, have we improved or are we getting worse? But you still then can't judge a whole season. So always just take the games in isolation. And then another thing which some people might know, some people might not know, after every game, the players will have a little bit of a break, but then they'll come back to training the next day. For the next day or so, they will be going through in like a classroom setting, like they're back in school, and they will be watching their own performance back after every single game, highlighting the things that they did well, highlighting the things that they did wrong, and then they will go out on the pitch and improve those things. And some things take time, i.e. strikers finishing. You hope they would improve it and they practice it after every training session. Doesn't always mean that they're going to be amazing the next time they come out. But players don't just play the game and then get to forget about it. They go the next day in training and they have to re-watch everything. And if they've had an absolute stinker, they have to watch that, which for their side is quite embarrassing anyway, but they have to go and they have to analyse it. So don't think that just because they've had a bad game and they're maybe smiling or a little bit jokey around after it, they have to analyse and go over their whole performance from that whole game to rectify it for the next one. Otherwise, they'll get dropped. So, yes, criticise as much as you want if you feel that you need to, but do it in isolation of that one particular game. Once that's done, we move on to the next one and we need to give support for the next game because they need it. We look at other teams and they provide that 12th man. We should do exactly the same. Don't want to go to a game or not. You want to outsing the other team. Give your team that boost. It does wonders. You think that it doesn't. It does. It does push a team on to have that support behind them. So we move on. We get to the West Ham game. We'll win. And I guarantee everybody will turn around talking about we're going to win the league after the West Ham game. That's just how the fan base is. It's reactionary.
Reactionary, yeah. 100%. 100%. Lads, I am going to call it a night. Thank you all for your comments, your feedback, your support, the likes, the questions. I'm enjoying these, Kai. I'm enjoying these more than more
the videos.
Than the videos. Yeah, I think we should incorporate more of these questions into our panel show on Sunday.
Yeah.
I might do that. I might split it so we'll spend maybe half an hour, 45 minutes addressing the main topics of the day, and then addressing the comments because I do like what I'm reading. I do like the questions. I'm getting insight to what people are thinking and where their concerns are, especially the regular lads. So I might do that. But lads, thank you all for your time. I wish you a good evening, and we are actually before you guys go, would you like to see a watch along for the West Ham game? Because I can do that. I'm contemplating it. I love watching the football on my sofa and relaxed, and I would react naturally. If I'm doing it on stream, I'm gonna have to watch my language. I'm gonna have to try to be a little bit more restrained in my reaction. I'm quite emotional when I'm watching Chelsea play, so I'm thinking about a watch along. But I haven't done one in years. I can't remember the last time I did a watch along. But I want to know what you guys think. Should we do a watch along? Should we try it? Because what time is the West Ham game? I think it's 8 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just double checking now.
So if it's 8 p.m., we potentially I can do it. Just having a look. Yeah, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So I may do a live watch along. I have got a few things set up that I could do in regards to the clock, the scores, and whatnot. Let's see. If there is any updates that come through on that day, do a watch along updates. I will think about it, but let me know in the comments if you're watching this stream afterwards. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in watch alongs, and I will address it and see what we'll do. But yeah, thank you all for your time. I'm not gonna shout out everyone by name because there's a ton of you that came on today. But much love, much respect to all of you. Kai, always a pleasure to have you on.
No worries, mate.
Um, behind the dugouts, behind the dugouts. If you haven't subscribed, I'm disappointed. Make sure you go and check out his channel.
I got a
Listen,
lot of love. I got a lot of love from the last one, so it was good. It was nice to
yeah,
see.
guys, behind the dugouts, great. I mean, you've heard him speak. You've heard his opinion on these streams over the past couple of weeks. Great football knowledge, great rational perspective. You will enjoy his content, and as an up and coming Chelsea content creator, show love, show support. We all needed it. We were all at the 200,000. We all had those milestones to cross. I'm hoping and looking to get to 40,000. Kai is on his road to his first 1,000. Let's support. Let's show some love. So if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe. Check out his videos. If you love him, if you like him, continue to subscribe. If you don't, hit that dislike
If you
button
don't,
and
drop a comment.
unsubscribe.
Just like, tell
Drop
me
a
what's
comment.
wrong.
Give him feedback. He needs your feedback more than ever because he is trying to grow his channel. So give him your feedback. Tell him, say, Kai, that thumbnail is brilliant, or Kai, that thumbnail sucks. Make your videos longer, make your videos shorter. The audio is not good. Whatever you guys are seeing that you're not happy about, let him know because he ain't going to be able to improve unless you guys are going to help him and tell him. So, yeah, go check out his videos, go subscribe to his channel. Kai, have a good night. Guys in the chat, have a good night, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.